So our final reader tonight is the incredible Rhiannon Argo, who is like totally another one of my amazing heroes. And she has been, you know, a total mainstay of the queer spoken word scene since pretty much before queers could talk. Like back in the day, there was this whole thing where like if you were a queer artist, you could only sub-vocalize because like consonants and the consonants and vowels were like too heteronormative, and she like totally bucked that conventional wisdom and like stood up and said no to that. And like she's the author of The Creamsicle, which is a new novel about a queer skater boy sort of community that kind of captures a time and place in San Francisco that's really awesome. And I'm sure she still has copies for sale, hopefully. And yes, she still has copies for sale. You are lucky. And you know, back when the whole, like, when every queer spoken word artist in San Francisco lived in this one giant John Deere bulldozer that was like the size of a city block, and whenever we did spoken word events, we would like roll around in it. Like, she would drive it, and like eventually it got boxed in by too many developments and too many new buildings, and it was like unable to move anywhere, and people were like, thought that was gonna be the end of us being able to be in our giant bulldozer and have spoken word, but she actually found a way to shift it into a gear that allowed us to like move without moving. And also, she's like delved into alienation until alienation becomes like becomes like wallpaper, and you can like put colors on it and offset it with plants and frames, and like being left out of the metaphors becomes a metaphor for not being left out, and people who try to leave you out of things, the things they try to leave you out of are now left out of everything else. And she has like a magic belt that can turn every emotion in the world into like surprise, and then back into every emotion all at once, okay? And she has an army of diabetic squirrels that like will do her bidding as long as she gets them regular insulin injections, and they're all here tonight. So welcome them and her, the amazing Rhiannon Argo.